now Doug Linden. Doug Linden's going to be 48 up front, dead on with a 7. Gary Grainer's going to run 4:02, breaking out by 13 thou on that 4:15 dial-in.
Sorry about that. Just had some momentary technical difficulties. We're back online.
All right, pro bike and sleds. Time to suit up, strap on your machines, make sure your tethers are secure as we move into round number 1 of Quick 16 pro bike and sled competition. Box competitors, we need you guys up in 4 and 5 for second round of time trials. Box competitors, come on down to 4 and 5 for second round of time trials. That is the round that counts. The best reaction time in the second round of time trials puts you sitting pretty on the wait and see bye for the next round, which would be, of course, round 1 of eliminations. So, box competitors, come on down to 4 and 5. We're ready for you. We're waiting for you for the round that counts. No box. You guys are on standby. No box. You are on standby. Lee Burgess and Bob Salerno. Lee's going to be over here on the Hayabusa in the left lane. 566 is what he's got flipped on that dial-in board. Ricky Thurnher and Jim Bernier. Jim's in the right lane. 494 is what he's predicting to run. Coming all the way from Stratford, Ontario, Canada. He will be hoping to chase down Ricky Thurnher on the low boy in the left lane. Thurnher goes red. Jim Bernier wanted to leave at the same time, it looks like. Bernhardt was supposed to leave first. He goes red first, and he turns on Bernier's win light. Don't know if he had a problem over there, but we see that he left before the third yellow light came on. LB3A for Mr. Bernier, but his win light is turned on. Box competitors, we need you in 4 and 5. Box competitors, come on down to 4 and 5. We're just going to be making sure that the top end is cleared off. Supposedly there was something down there in the road, so we're going to go clean it up, pick it up, and make sure that everybody here gets down track safely and comes back to the pits safely as well. Empire Bike and Sled man himself, Josh Costa, over there in the right lane. He's predicting he's going to run a 5:51, hoping to chase down and get in front of Joel Rivera. Rivera over here in the left lane. He's trying to run 5:67. That's what he's got on his flipper board, hanging off the left side of that Hayabusa. Breakout, and Joel Rivera is going to run one above after being ahead by 60 thou. Rivera moving on to round number 2. How about a pair of ladies here in bike and sled? Both ladies on 2 wheels. Josie Brooks out of Arcona, Ontario in the 97 Gixxer 750. Left lane, she's your quick time, 4:94. And she's hoping to get in front of Haley Fair out of Syracuse, New York. 5:58 is her predicted dial in the right lane for the Hayabusa. To 48, Haley's ahead by 8 thou. Top end, it's all Haley Fair. Haley's gonna run dead on with a 6 after being ahead by 8 thou up front. Josie's gonna run one above. Unfortunate for her. Here comes your number 1 qualifier. 460 is what he's got painted on the side of that Hayabusa in the left lane. Ken Babyak Jr. out of Alden, New York. Number 1 qualifier going up with Kevin Sutliff. Kevin's out of Baldwinsville, New York on the 09 Hayabusa. He's hoping to run Trip Nix. 5:55 is what he's got painted on his bike. Box competitors, we need you down in 4 and 5. Box competitors, come on down to 4 and 5. Trisha White is here, everybody. I'm going to make that announcement before she makes herself known to the rest of the track. You can hear her coming from 1.5 miles away. Trisha Wardell White is here. Welcome to the track, Trish. We hope you're feeling better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it may look a little funky, but the negatives are up on the board. Crosstalk has been turned off for Mr. Mike Puglia. Pugs over there in the right lane. Quick time, 5:01. He says, I want to go off the bottom bulb. Please turn off crosstalk. You got it, Mike. Pugs, 5:01. He's hoping to barely get in front of Brian Babyak down at the top end. 5:60 is what Babyak's predicting in the left lane. Is going to not be able to turn on the win light. Pug's going to run dead on. However, he was behind by 9 thou, and top end Brian Babyak's going to also run dead on. Margin at the stripe, 12 thou separated those two drivers. How about this? TV Tom Varney in the fast on, sorry, I should say on the fast by gas Kawasaki in the left lane. 5:59 is what Tom TV is predicting to run. Right lane's got Clayton Nicely on the Skidoo out of Ontario. 5:49 is his dial-in time. 1/10's going to separate them up front. I'm sorry, at the line stripe. And 006 for Tom to Clayton's 80. Clayton was in trouble, and double breakout win going to go to Mr. TV Tom Varney. He's going to run 1 under as Clayton runs 10 under, trying to get in front of him. It's hard to do that and stay green when your opponent goes 006 up front. Box competitors, you guys should be down in the staging lanes. No box competitors, why don't you guys come on down to the staging lanes as well? No box competitors, we're looking for you in 2 and 3. No box competitors, we're looking for you in 2 and 3. No box competitors. Box cars are rolling on track, which means it's your time to come on down to the staging lanes. 2 and 3 for no box competitors. This is the second round of time trials for box. This is the round that counts. Daniel Fuller and Kane Gregory. 2 long and skinnies here for box competition. The wait and see by throne is empty. We're looking to see which driver is going to get the best reaction time here in second round of time trials for box. the long and skinny in the right lane. Ed Ross and Rick Mann, your next two competitors for box. Rick Mann's driving the unfinished business Camaro over there in the right lane. He's out of Canisius, New York. Ed Ross, not too much information on him. All I got is his name and his car number. Looks to be a Camaro in the left lane. He's going to let go 23 too soon as Rick Mann, 14 up front, is going to put him on top. He uses 3,000th to slide Daniel Fuller out of the hot seat. And Dennis O'Brien and Craig Giordano gonna be your next two competitors trying to beat a 14. Dennis O'Brien here in the left lane. He's out of Hilton, New York, driving the 68 Chevelle. O'Brien slapped on the side of that car. JRO Designs doing the wrap. It looks beautiful. And Craig Giordano over there in the right lane. He's going to pull the wheels up as Dennis O'Brien goes 10 up front. 3 pairs down. And we've had 3 hot seat sitters. Can Joe Karosik or Don Kiko top a 10? Karosik's out of Depew, New York. Over here in the Land Pro left lane, he's driving a 72 Nova. And Don Kiko's over there in the right lane, driving the Roadster this weekend. He brought out the long and skinny last night, and he decided he's going to get out the Roadster today. Neither a 22 nor a 45 is going to be able to knock Mr. Dennis O'Brien off that throne. He sits there for the first pair. Second pair is going to be Jeff Griffo Jr. Griffo Jr. in the left lane over here. He's out of Rochester, New York. Dad is standing behind him, going to be coming down for no box competition here shortly. Jason Subjinski over here in the right lane. He's out of Orchard Park, New York, driving the 73 Nova. Both drivers come close. Neither driver can do it. Rick Mann still sitting pretty at number 1 with that 10 light. Subjinski's going to get through the traps first, 6:30 in the right lane. Looks like that is Howie Samard on the line. Melissa and Kevy supporting him. Land Pro left lane, Sean Fuller. He finally made it out here. He's out here in the right lane. 18 to a 24. Both drivers get away green. Neither driver able to top O'Brien's 10 though. It sure is good to see Sean Fuller out here today. Rick Seslick driving the Chevelle head knocker, painted on the side of that thing, over here in the left lane. He's going to be going down with Johanna Cottrell. Cottrell in the purple Mustang on the right lane. No box competitors, no box competitors. Come on up to 2 and 3. No box competitors, come on up to 2 and 3. Dirty Dan Heinrich over here in the left lane. The Heinrich Racing Cobalt trying to top a 10. How about a 13? He was 3,000 slower than Dennis O'Brien, but down at the top end, he'll run it out 590 at 114 miles an hour for the man out of Covington, New York. How about Pete Kerpier? He's over there in the right lane. Going down track with Chris Florin. Chris is in the Trans Am out of Rochester, New York. And no box competitors, 2 and 3. I can't quite see over there from where I'm sitting, but you guys should be coming on down and filling the staging lanes. 2 and 3 for no box competitors. Tom Crewer and Nicole Albin. Albin unfortunately not able to qualify for PBSS competition as Crewer goes 008. Your new man sitting on top for the wait and see bye. He's knocked Dennis O'Brien off by 2 thou. As Albin in the left lane runs 589 at 114 miles an hour. Double 04 for Ross Brooker, the man in the roadster on the right lane. How about that? He's going to take that 008, set in the last pass by Tom Crewer, and cut it in half. 4th thou, your new best reaction time. Tom Doig and Jeff Subjinski, your next two pair. Subjinski in the right lane's driving the 67 Camaro out of East Aurora, New York. And that is a Plymouth over here in the left lane. Double 02. He saw Ross Brooker's 004 and says, I only cut that in half again. Tom Doig moving, sitting pretty. Number 1 qualifier as we sit. No box competitors. You guys should be down in 2 and 3. Driver unknown and Spidey Sam Chapman. Both drivers 3-2 suit. They both were chasing after that 002.
There's your last car in the box.
Alan Runyons and driver unknown. Driver unknown shows up today and he just wants to get a few time trials. He's just going to try his luck here in round number 2 of time trials for box. Al Runyons over here in the left lane. Out of Auburn, New York, hoping to beat a 002 set by Tom Doig. Mr. Runyons. He's going to run it out to a 520 at 126 miles an hour. Driver unknown over in the right lane getting a little bit of data. He runs 624 at 111. Jessica Bennett going to be your last box competitor. She's hoping to knock off Tom Doig's 002 because he's sitting on the throne for the wait and see bye. Tom Doig, car number G128, sets the best reaction time for box competition at a 002. That's going to put him on the wait and see by. Dave Finero from Lakeview Construction has made it to the track. He's over there in the orange shirt off to the right side. Yes, Dave, hello. Welcome to Empire Dragway. It is the first day of summer. Hi, Dave. We see you waving. Welcome to Empire Dragway. Jeff Griffo Sr. and Frank Fontana going to be trying to set the best reaction time here in no box competition, or no box round number 2 of time trials. Griffo Sr. gonna let go 69 up front as Fontana goes 001. That's gonna be hard to beat. Off the first let go, Frank Fontana goes 001. Lee Burgess doing double duty here today, racing pro bike and sled and no box. He's going up with Pat McBluff over here in the left lane. Pat's in the Mustang. Lee's on 2 wheels. How about this? Lee Burgess goes quad zeros. Lee Burgess just goes quad zeros and says, I want that wait and see buy. Congratulations, Lee Burgess. You have just received the wait and see buy for no box round number 1 of competition. How about Pat McBluff in the left lane, trip zip 7, and he still was second to get away off the let go. Trip zip 7 and you're worse up front. That's a race. Tom Reed, Dave DeGabriel. Dave DeGabriel is going to get away 2 thou up front. Lee Burgess, the man on 2 wheels doing double duty today, goes quad zip on the tree. The perfect reaction time for the man on 2 wheels. He has received the wait and see buy for round number 1 of no box competition. Attention in the pits, attention in the pits, attention anywhere on the property. We have found an iPhone in the ladies' restroom. That's right, we, not me, we have found an iPhone in the ladies' restroom. So if you do not have your phone, if you're looking for your phone, you want to come on up and you want to give me a description of it, I'd be happy to return it to you. But we have an iPhone up in the tower. So if you lost your phone, come on up, tell me what you lost, and if this is in my hands, then you'll get it back. But if you lost your iPhone, come on up to the tower, give me a description, and I'll be happy to give it back to you. Come on up, walk all the way down to the end of the tower towards the track. Come on through that door, and I have your phone. Drivers, while I have a second of downtime, I just would like to remind everybody that when you have somebody helping you find the beams, that person is allowed to put their foot into the beam and has to pull it immediately out of the beam. You are not allowed to leave your foot turning on that top bulb. That can confuse competitors or your opponents into thinking that you guys are already staged. So when you guys have a support team helping you bring your car into the beams, don't forget, put your foot in and pull it immediately out once you find where the beams are. Thank you for your cooperation. Again, Lee Burgess goes perfect on the roulette go, giving him first round wait and see bye for no box competition. The man on two wheels doing double duty here today. He's entered in the Pro Bike and Sled Series, and he's also entered in no box. John Little and Dom LeBerry. Dom's in the Camaro in the right lane. John's in the Mustang on the left. '82-822. Money Mark Talmadge's going to get a little excited as the man in charge of prep, Pat Budd, going to be cleaning up the track. Had something come out of LeBerry's car. He's just going to be making sure that Capizzi don't have to deal with any of those issues in case any have arrived. Top dragster, top sportsman, and pro bike and sled. You guys are on standby. You guys are on standby. Top sportsman, top dragster, pro bike and sled. You guys are on standby. Gonna be calling you guys down to the lanes here shortly. I just wanted to give you a heads up that we are going to be calling you down. So top dragster, top sportsman, and pro bike and sled. You guys are on standby. Money Mark and Sam Capizzi Jr. Mark's out of the 315, and Capizzi's out of the 585. Both drivers seeing how their car's going to do. How about a double weight left lane for Money Mark? 8 thou away, 84 10 thou away from being perfect. Bill Curtis, the clown car in the left lane. He's hopefully got that hood secured on the the nostalgia gasser in the left lane. Richie LeBerry in the 87 Monty over here in the right lane. Gonna be letting go 42 after the green. Top end. LeBerry turns on the wing light because he got through the traps first, 613 to Curtis's 686. Again, top sportsman, top dragster, and pro bike and sled. You guys are on standby. Top sportsman, top dragster, and pro bike and sled. You guys are on standby. How about a pair of men on two wheels? Mike Peters, I believe that's going to be him over here in the left lane, and Dick Neerhoof in the right. That bar bike going to go 10 too soon, but he's going to run it out to a 604 at 112 miles an hour. Unfortunately, 604 was too slow to qualify him for the Pro Bike and Sled Series. TV Tom Varney hanging out on the left side of the track. He was quick enough to qualify for the PBSS today. He finds himself in round number 2 of competition. Sam DeMario Jr. and Mike DeMario, Sam DeMario and Mike DeMario, a pair of DeMarios coming up together. Firebird in the left lane, Camaro on the right. 15 years separates the cars. Not too sure how much years separate the drivers. How about this? 31 to 11 with a 3 on the back of it. And that was a 31 with a 1. Talk about dyslexic reaction times. Mike Lomas, Land Pro left lane. Driver unknown in the Insinger right. Driver unknown is going to get away 3-3 after the green. 590 to a 626. As driver unknown coming up for second round of time trials. It looks like Josie Brooks down there on the line supporting her. Either way, Lee Burgess going to be sitting on the wait and see by. He runs perfect off the let go, quad zips, giving himself a nice little seat to sit on. Too soon as we move into track preparations for quick 32 competition and pro bike and sled series competition. That's right, we're down to round number 2 for quick 32 and PBSS. Box and no box just finished up their round that counts. Congratulations to I can't remember the name of this one. G128 box. Yes, that's right, Doig. Doig, you got the wait and see by for box. And again, congratulations to Mr. Burgess. Wait and see by for no box. Attention in the pits, attention in the pits, quick 32. We need you guys down to staging lanes now. Top sportsman, come on down to 6 and 7. Top dragster, we need you guys in 8 and 9. Top sportsman, top dragster, come on down to the staging lanes. Again, top sportsman and top dragster competitors. We need you guys down to staging lanes 6 and 7 for top sportsman and 8 and 9 for top dragster. We need you guys down to the staging lanes for round number 2 on the first day of summer 25 here at Empire Dragway. PBSS, you guys are on a short standby. Again, top sportsman and top dragster competitors. We're looking for you guys in the staging lanes. Top sportsman to 6 and 7, top dragster to 8 and 9. Pro bike and sled, very short standby for you guys. You're going to be called up here. Actually, I'm calling you up now. Pro bike and sled series. Why don't you guys come on down to staging lanes 9 and 10 on the hot pit side. Again, the 2 lanes closest to the winner's circle. Pro bike and sled, come on down. We are looking for you, and we're ready, almost ready for round number 2. By the time you get down here, I guarantee we will be ready. Wayne has come home. The track is ready. And top dragster competitors should be loaded up in their long and skinnies. Top dragster competitors should be loaded up in their long and skinnies. Thank you, Tyler, for taking that step in. We are ready for top dragster competitors. So top dragster competitors, get ready, because we're ready. Top sportsman, you guys are going to immediately follow. And PBSS is following the sportsman. Attention in the staging lanes, attention in the burnout box. You cannot be sitting with your legs outside into the track. That's right. So please do not be sitting on the wall. Tyler Rudolph and Craig Chatterbox Chatterton. 5 hundos going to separate them off the wet. And they're going to see who can put together the better package. Will it be Hemlock's very own Tyler Rudolph in the left lane? He's your quick time, 4:35 in the left lane. Chatterbox has 4:40 written on the side of his long and skinny. He'll be hoping to get away and stay away. Both drivers staged. 16-27. Rudolph's ahead by 4th out. Top end double breakout win going to Tyler Rudolph. He runs trip zip 7 under his predicted dial-in time. 4:34. Slap a 93 on the back of that. As Chatterbox runs 48-10 thou under his dial-in. Both drivers breaking out means the person who broke out less gets the win light turn on, and that was Tyler Rudolph. That's not the boot, not the flip-flop, nor the croc. That is Tony the Shoe Platania, representing Tony's Muffler and Brake out of Rochester, New York. 4:53 is his predicted elapsed time. He'll be hoping to get in front and stay out in front of Art Coffee. Coffee dialed in at a 4:40 over there in the right lane. Neither driver wants to stage. Tony gonna be getting in second. Art's gonna get in first. And Tony goes 007 red. Art Coffee gets his win light turned on as he leaves the tree. He's gonna run it out and break out by 1 hundo. And let go 7 too soon. Joe Masulo and Ryan Harris, your number 1 qualifier over here in the left lane. That's a top alcohol dragster. Dialed in at a 376. The man who's currently sitting 3rd in PDRA Pro Junior points finds himself in the top alcohol long and skinny in round number 2. He'll be chasing down Joe Masulo out of Buffalo, New York. Flashed on his digital dial-in board is 4:41. .007 to a .006. 1 thou separates them, and the advantage is to Ryan Harris. He's going to break out by 26-10 thou, giving Joe Masulo the win light. Masulo, .007, he was behind by 1 thou up front. He goes 1 above to turn on the win light. And that's going to end round 2 of Top Dragster competition for a quick 32 Sportsman series. And the other half of that series, Top Sportsman coming out now. Andy Gregory, the creamsicle colored Bel Air in the left lane. He's got 428 painted on the plexiglass. As Caden Wick in the Bears Top Sportsman team car is dialed in at a 4:42 in the right lane. Again, Luke DeJong went all the way back to Canada last night to get Caden Wick and the Bears Top Sportsman car back running. They were in need of a delay box last night. Luke drove all the way back and picked one up off his garage shelf for that Bears car in the right lane. I'll be saying it all day. Luke, thank you again for helping out a fellow competitor. 4:42 for Mr. Wick in the right lane. He'll be hoping to get away and stay away as both drivers purge their nitrous. 66 to a 62. Andy Gregory is in trouble. Caden Wick, though, not able to turn on the win light. He had the advantage, but Andy's going to run one above after being behind by 27 thou. Again, thank you to Luke DeJong. We know you had your issues earlier, and we know you spent all night driving for Caden Wick to compete today. How about a pair of Chevys? Left lane, that's a 63 Vet, driven by Tony Madonia. 475 is what he's predicting to run this pass. And the 68 Camaro, driven by Brian Werner out of Hubbard, Ohio, over there in the right lane. Half a second's going to separate them on the tree. 425 in the right lane for the 68 Camaro. Tony gonna go 13 red, and Brian's gonna get his win light turned on, leaving the tree. He's gonna run two above after being 109 up front. Being 109 is okay when your opponent goes red, and Brian's gonna find himself moving into round number 3. Doug Linden and Charlie Emler Jr., your next pair down. Doug Linden, 480. Dialed in on the digital dial-in board for the 55 Bel Air in the left lane. Charlie Elmore Jr. hoping to chase him down and get in front of him at the stripe. 423 painted on the plexiglass of that 68 Camaro. Doug Linden's ahead by 23 thou top, and it's gonna be Doug Linden running one above, as Charlie Emmer Jr. also runs one above. But the reaction time got Doug the win. And Dan Germano, your number one qualifier, taking a solo lap after we had a few mechanical breaks in round number 1 and at the end of the 3rd round of qualifying. Luke DeJong had a broke by, unable to make the tree as he had a issue on the line. That forces Dan to take the bye off the ladder. 422 is what he's going to run on his solo lap. Box competitors, come on down to 4 and 5. Box competitors, come on down to 4 and 5. Mr. Doig, G128. Sitting on the wait and see bye. Coming down to tech lane 11. Box competitors, we need you guys down for round number 1 of eliminations. Box competitors, round number 1 of eliminations. We're ready for you. Come on down. All right. Lee Burgess and Haley Fair, the two Hayabusas taking their lap together. Both drivers elect to have crosstalk turned off. That'll be honored for Haley Fair as she is your quick time, 5:58 on the Hayabusa in the right lane. The woman on 2 wheels going to be trying to take down Lee Burgess. Quad zip last time he went down track for no box time trial round number 2. 84 to a 95. Haley's got herself an advantage by 11 thou. Top end, it's going to be Haley Fair. Double breakout win as Lee Burgess runs too quick. 564 and a 566 dial in. Haley's going to be 1 above, and Lee was just trying to get by her after being behind up front. Brain Baker in the left lane over here out of Nunday, New York. He's driving the 2014 Arctic Cat Turbo 1100. 549 is what he's predicting to run. Going up with Jim Bernier. Bernier out of Stratford, Ontario, 494 on 2 wheels. He goes red, leaving before the third ball came down. That's how he won his first race, and unfortunately not able to win a second race. Brian goes green and runs 1 above, dead 3. Box competitors, we need you guys down in 4 and 5 for first round of eliminations. Box competitors, we need you in 4 and 5 for first round of eliminations. Joel is going to break out by 7 thou. Joel runs too quick, handing the win over to Brian, who runs 2 above after being behind by 5 thou. Ken Babyak Jr., your number 1 qualifier, going up against TV Tom Varney. The man on the fast by gassed Kawasaki is going to be going up with the Hayabusa Barboy. 558 for Varney over there in the right lane, 460 in the left. 72 to a 24, TV Tom's in trouble. Half a second behind up front, and Tom Varney unfortunately unable to turn on the win light. Babyak Jr. is going to run 10 above, and Varney's going to run 8 above, not able to make it up. Box competitors, you guys should be down in the staging lanes. We are looking for you. We're waiting for you. Box competitors, come on down to the staging lanes. Box competitors, we need you guys in 4 and 5. Box competitors, we need you in 4 and 5 for your first round of eliminations. Box competitors, come on down to 4 and 5. We're looking for you. We're waiting for you. Box competitors going to be rolling through the burnout box now. Which means no box competitors, we need you guys to staging lanes 2 and 3. No box competitors, come on down to staging lanes 2 and 3. Lee Burgess, come on down to tech lane 11. That's right, you had a perfect reaction time in round number 2 of time trials, giving you the wait and see bye. And folks, don't forget, you are not allowed to sit on the concrete wall in the burnout box. That's right, you are not allowed to sit on the concrete wall in the burnout box. If you got a gray shirt on that says Near Hoofs Motorsports on the back of it, you are not allowed to be sitting on that wall. Thank you for you're sitting off the wall now. We do appreciate it here at Empire Dragway. It is for the safety of not only you guys, but also our competitors and track staff. Angelo Ragusa, the man in the banana-colored wagon here in the left lane. He's got 584 printed on his digital dial-in board, hanging out there in the left rear window. Right lane's Matt Gregory is going to be trying to chase him down and get in front of him out at the stripe. 459 over there in the right lane. That Nova, unfortunately unlucky in top sportsman. He's going to be able to re-enter that car in box competition here for round number 1. Sean Fuller doesn't look like he's too happy here in the burnout box. He might have forgotten to change his dial-in board before coming up. Sean Fuller, Dan Putter in the right lane over there, 697 is what he's got flipped on his board. Does not seem happy about that. Tom Crewer, 554 left lane, went 008 in the second round of time trials. He sat on top for one pair. That's right. He sat on top for the wait and see buy for one pair before being cut in half. Tom Crewer, left lane. Sean Fuller, right lane. To a 21 dyslexic reaction times, but the advantage is to Sean Fuller. Double breakout win, though, goes to Tom Crewer. Fuller runs 690 on a 697 dial-in. That's probably why he wasn't too happy in the burnout box. Tom Crewer is going to run 2 under. He was closer to his predicted dial-in time, and he gets his win light turned on. Pete Kerpier and Kevin Simard Sr. coming up next. Pete's out of Oneonta, New York, driving the pickup truck dialed in at a 612. He's hoping to chase down and get in front of Kevin Simard Sr. Simard, left lane out of Gasport, New York, driving, and Simard's going to get his win light turned on. 20 up front to Kerpier's 0052 soon. Pete's gonna let go 5 hundos, 5,000 too quick. As Kane Gregory dialed in at a 5 flat over there in the right lane. It's gonna try to chase down Howie Simard over here in the left lane. Howie Simard's out in at a 635, hoping to get away and stay away. Trying to stay to get in front as Kevin Simard Sr. runs 1 above to turn on the win light. Rick Mann, unfinished business Camaro over there in the right lane. Down at a 561, hoping to chase down Dan Heinrich, Dirty Dan, in the Chevy Cobalt. 590 is what Dan's predicting to run. How about this? A 4 to a 25. Advantage goes to Dan Heinrich. Win light to Dan Heinrich. He runs dead on after being 4 up front to move on to round number 2. Joe Karosik and Johanna Kurchow. Krosik's over here in the left lane, driving the 72 Nova out of Depew, New York. He's got 616 written on the glass, as he's going to be trying to get ahead and stay ahead of Johanna Cottrell, the purple Mustang in the right lane, dialed in at a 585.
Buddy Dan that just raced. You did nothing, piece of shit.
No box competitors, come on down to 2 and 3. No box competitors, we need you guys down in 2 and 3. About 39 or 13 too soon, the Mustang turns on the red light. That means Karosik is going to be moving on to round number 2. running one above, being 39 up front. Daniel Fuller and Jeff Subjinski. Jeff's in the gold 67 Camaro in the right lane. 5:96 is his predicted dial-in time. The man in the long and skinny on the left's going to be chasing him down. Daniel Fuller has got 5:45 punched into his box, and that's showing on his dial-in board, his digital dial-in board. Top end, it's going to be a win light for Fuller. Subjinski runs 001 too quick, 1 thou under his dial-in, and that turns on 3 above's Mr. Fuller win light. Tony's muffler and brake represented in the left lane over there. That's the shoe. Unfortunately, unlucky in round number 2 of top dragster competition. He wants to try his luck again here in box eliminations. He's out in at a 4:54, chasing down Craig Giordano over there in the right lane. Giordano, guess on his glass, is a 6:12. 38 to a Tony's gonna break out by 1 hundo, trying to get in front as Giordano runs 2 above. 6:14 on a 6:12 dial-in. Rick Seswick and Phil Scarlata, your next 2 for round number 1. Attention in the pits, attention in the pits, attention on the line. If you are not, attention in the track. If you are not a track photographer, such as the man in the tan shirt there, you are not allowed to be past the yellow flags. Sir in the white hat with the tan shirt on and the line, you are not allowed to be on that side of the yellow flags. That was your official warning. Next time won't be as nice. Dennis O'Brien and Don Kiko. Gonna be close to a heads-up race. 1 hundo separates them up front. Sorry, 2,000 to separate them off the let-go. And top end, it's going to be Don Kiko. Dennis O'Brien breaks out, trying to stay in front, trying to get around Mr. Don Kiko. Joe Rowley here, the Camaro in the left lane. Going to be dialed in at a 5:78, hoping to get in front and stay in front of Sam Spidey Chapman. Spidey Sam dialed in at a 5:59. 005 too soon. Ross Booker, 21 the right way, and he gets his win light turned on, running 2 above. Alan Runyons and Nicole Albin. Nicole, unable to qualify for PBSS competition, finds herself in box competition, dialed in at a 579. Hoping to get in front and stay in front of Alan Runyons. Holy crap, I don't know what happened there. Nicole was about 6 inches from the wall, and she hangs onto it and stays on track. She had to let out of the throttle, but oh my goodness, she pulled right and would not stop pulling right until she let out of the throttle. She may not have gotten her wind light turned on, but that was a hell of a drive from the girl on the sled from Canada. Summerfield and Jamie Burgess, 3,000 to separate them up front, and wind light turns on for Summerfield in the left lane. Gonna run 2 above as the right lane goes 5 above, trying to stay in front. Jessica Bennett and Tom Doig going to be taking their laps together at the end of round number 1 for box competition. No box, you guys should be in the staging lanes. If you're not there, you're gonna be late. No box, you guys should be in the staging lanes. And again, we have these yellow flags / blue and checkered flags up for track photographers. That's right, if you are not a track photographer or you do not have special permission, you are not allowed to be on the east side of those yellow flags. Jessica Bennett over there going to be hoping to chase down Tom Doig. 005 to a 47. Tom's got an advantage, 42 thou. Top end, he runs dead on, turning on the wind light. Phil Scarlata, Trip Zip 7, best reaction time, round number 1 of box competition. But that doesn't really matter right now because we are into no box, round number 1. Sam Capizzi Jr. and Daniel French taking the tree together. Back on track. Gary French and Dave DeGabriel taking the tree together. Gabriel in the El Camino in the left lane. French in the Rego in the right. Gary French is going to go 10 too soon, and Dave DeGabriel turns it green with the green light. 697 to dial in. He's going to run 3 above after getting the win handed to him by Mr. Gary French. How about weekly relapse? That's the Nova in the left lane, driven by Tom Reed. Tom's dialed in at a 673, hoping to chase down the Tint Shop's Mustang, driven by Tyler Spilak. Spilak dialed in at a 776. Spilak got a little excited. He lets it go 16 too soon. Reed 11 the green, but he gets the win light regardless. As Mr. Spilak got a little excited there. Trevor Schwartz here now, left Land Pro left lane, 705 is his predicted dial in time. Hoping to get in front and stay out in front of Lynn Salisbury. Lynn is not a lady, that's right. We called that wrong a few times last year. Lynn is not a lady. Lynn Salisbury in the right lane, 651 is his predicted dial in time. Win light going over to Trevor Schwartz there. He runs 7 above his predicted dial in time after being ahead by a whole bunch on Lynn Salisbury. How about this? Pop-Tart Besaw, left lane. That's going to be Nick Besaw, the older brother, driving dad's car, My Kids Tuition, dialed in at a 703. This is a heads-up race. Frank Fontana over there in the right lane went 001 off last let go, and he's also dialed in at a 703. Nick's gonna get away first. He's got an advantage by 550 thou. And top end, Nick Besaw is gonna turn on the win light, running 5 above as Frank Fontana runs dead on, but he was behind off the let go. 003, the margin of victory to Nick Besaw. Colin Cahill and Carl Bollinger, your next pair. 612 for the wagon in the right lane. Your quick time, hoping to chase down the Mustang driven by Cahill. Guess on his glass is a 668. Cahill goes red by 005. Carl Bollinger was late on the tree, but that does not matter when your opponent turns on your win light. 615 on a 612 dial-in, as he'll be moving in to round number 2 of no box competition. Mike Lomas and John Boosman. John Pop in the right lane, that's the Camaro. He's your quick time, or he's gonna be, sorry, he's not your quick time. 653 is his dial in. Hoping to get out front and stay out front of Mr. Lomas. Lomas dialed in at a 591. John Pop pulls the wheels up 24 thou too soon. Lomas gets the win light, leaving second 593 on his 591 dial-in. That's good enough for round number 2. Brandon Iamale and Mike DeMario. 10th of a second gonna separate these guys off the let-go. Brandon's gonna be leaving second, 596. Over there in the turd hurdler. Mike's getting out front first. 606 is what he's predicting to run. Goes 001 too soon. Brandon Iamale, 445 up front, dead on with a 5. Moving on to round number 2. Pat Toomey and Dom LeBerry. LeBerry comes up to the tower earlier and says, hey, can I get my name spelled right on my times tickets, please? I honestly didn't know who he was earlier, but now I do. And he's going to be waylaid on the tree. Doesn't matter, though, when your opponent goes red. 3 above, waylaid on the tree is good enough for round number 2 here at Empire Dragway. John Little and Mark Talmadge. Both drivers representing the 315. 627 for John in the left lane. He's the man in the Mustang. And the Vega over there in the right lane is going to be chasing him down. 594 is what Mark's predicting to run. Little goes 11 too soon. How about a 001 the right way for Mark Talmadge? Talmadge is going to run it out after looking up and seeing his win light was on. 2 under for Money Mark. I'm going to hand the mic over to my man, TV Tom, and he's going to call these next few races as we've got a few pairs with 2 wheels.
Dick Neeroff over there on the Kawasaki. He's got a 604 dial-in, wasn't able to get in the PBSS, but he's going to try his hand in no box against Amy Reed in the Plymouth. She got 674. Amy goes red. Dick Neeroff gets away with the 065. 1 above, takes the win. Amy was 021 too soon. 2 above, and Neeroff going on to the next round. Now we got a pair of bikes. Haley's still in the PBSS in the semifinals, also here in no box, and Omi Rivera. He's over there on his Gixxer. He's looking at a 664 dial-in to Haley's 558. Couple 2 wheels going up against each other. One's leaving off a slider, the other's hand clutch. He gets away. Haley's 007. She's got him on the tree to his 059, and she'll take the win. 007, dead on the 3. Look at that package. Omi was 059. Had a little trouble coming off the starting line there, and it was 6 above for the loss. Mike Peters lost first round of the PBSS. Pulls out the Busa, says, hey, let's go try our hand in no box. It's going up against Sam DeMario in the 82 Firebird. DeMario on a 618. Peters 671. 571, 030 on the tree. DeMario's got 2 unders on the tree, and he's got the win. 1 above, Peters is dead on with a 5, but the starting line advantage by DeMario was too much for him to get the win. Give it back over to my man, Trevor.
Thank you, TV Tom. Anytime you'd like to come up and call bikes and sleds, you are more than welcome to. Jerry Siracusa and Richie LeBerry, your next 2 cars down track. I say cars, that actually is a roadster in the left lane. 570 is lit up on his digital dial-in board for the roadster. He'll be getting down the track after Richie LeBerry. 614 is what he's predicting to run. Siracusa's behind up front by a bunch. And LeBerry's going to take full advantage of that, running 4 above and still forcing Siracusa to break out. Siracusa runs 1 under. But it did not matter because LeBerry had him all day long. Well, right lane gets the solo lap. The man who only showed up for the data finds himself moving